How are the higher interest rates affecting the real estate market in Byron, Minnesota? Whether you're looking to buy a home or sell your home, my goal today is to share with you some statistics about the market so that you can make the best decisions in terms of when would be a good time to buy or to sell and how you should go about doing so. So let's take a look. Home prices in Byron, Minnesota, and basically anywhere else are affected by supply and demand. So first, I'd like to take a look at demand to see where we are. If we look at the sales price, the median sales price for the month of July, we see an outlier here of 629, which, if you look here, it's, somewhere along the lines of like 350 if you were to draw like a straight line. Being that, in Byron, the number of sales are not as high as a bigger city like, let's say, Rochester or even, Twin Cities or Minneapolis. That's why you kind of have to just, be careful with some outliers. So what I like to do is, let's say we do like a rolling 12 months. So the median sale price within the last year on average has been in the month of July 375,000. Now this takes into account both new construction and previously owned homes. So if we look at previously owned homes, it's closer to 340,000. If we were to look at new construction, so obviously anything that has been recently built, that's closer, that's $552,000 for sale price. So I'll go back to both new construction, previously owned. So we're looking at that 375. So the demand obviously, or the pricing has kind of fluctuated from here we are in beginning of 2023. If we go to let's see here, 20, so this is a 1 year. So okay, so this would be beginning of 2022, the median sale price was 340. So overall, home prices in Byron have gone up. And right now, we're not at the highest, but we're not, at the lowest within the last year. So the next metric that I like to look at is the month's supply. So this tells you basically if no new homes came into the market, how long would it take before there wouldn't be any homes for sale? But right now, we're at a 2.5 months, which is a very healthy number. Anything that's under 6 months usually signifies a seller's market. Maybe it's not as strong of a seller's market as it was maybe a year ago, but it's still pretty good. Once you go above 6 months, then that's more of a buyer's market, right? Which we haven't seen that in a while. So that's something to keep in mind if you're looking to sell your home, kind of seeing how much demand or competition there may be. And as a buyer, it's nice to know also. So let's take a look at days on the market. So the 12-month average for days on the market for the month of July was 31 days. If we look at like the actual days for the month of July, it was 13 days. And if we look at like June, 10 days. So the last 3 months, anything that has been listed in the last like 3 months have sold fairly quickly. So that's good. But as you can see, in January, 79 days. February 72, March 58, which is pretty typical. The real estate market, in Byron, in Rochester, most places is cyclical, right? So in the winter, things slow down, things are gonna take longer to sell, and that kind of thing. The spring, it'll be faster. Summer, but there's a cycle to it, right? So this shows you the days on the market. So overall, I mean, there's still a very healthy demand. People are looking to buy in Byron, so that's good. The market in Byron is still very healthy. So now let's take a look at the supply side. So if we look at the number of new listings for the month of July, we have 20, which compared to July of 2022, it's 25% up, right? Now let's take a look at the 12-month like rolling average. And we see that, we were 164 new listings within the last 12-month average, which is down 15%. You can see, in 2022, there were more new, the number of new listings was much higher. So that tells us, the number of homes in Byron available is not as high as it was before. So there's, we could use, I guess, more listings, right? More supply. If we look at homes for sale, we have, well, let's look at the monthly. We have 34, or in July, there were 34, homes available for sale, which is up 6% from July of last year. Another metric that I like is the percentage to the original price. So for example, for July, if you listed a home for $100,000, it would have sold for median sale price of 98.2%. So it would have sold for about $98,000. So this is good to see, like, you know, in the summer, right? That's when the market is the hottest. You see here it was like 100%, 99. So basically everything was selling very close to asking price, and then in July it went down a bit. So if you're a buyer and you're able to find a home, the home that you like throughout any time of the year, maybe you're looking for something that's very available in the market. It's not super unique, like some acreage or some unique property. You know, in the winter, that's when you can technically, according to the statistics here, you can negotiate the most. The percentage of original price in January was 93.6, and that's pretty typical to see in the winter. You know, you can usually negotiate a little bit more. Now, if you're a seller and you know you have to sell in the winter time, typically you're gonna wanna, you know, you don't want your home, especially if you're not living in the home, you don't want it to just sit empty during the winter months. So then, you know, usually sellers will be more motivated. If you're a seller and you can wait, you know, spring, summertime is probably the best time. But you know, sometimes you can't control that. You know, if you have a new job and you're getting relocated, you know, you have to sell, or you know, for many different reasons you might have to, you know, sell in the winter or in the fall, and that's okay. You know, at the end of the day, you can't control everything. You can't really time the market, but you know, if you find a home that you love in December, go for it. You'll have, you know, more negotiating power. But if you want to have more options, right, more options for homes, then you can wait till the spring or summer, but you'll also have more competition. So just you know, part of the market. That's kind of how things go. So in summary, the real estate market in Byron is very healthy despite the higher interest rates. The best advice I can give you if you're looking to buy now, I know the higher rates suck, but there's ways of you to get a lower rate. Maybe you do an adjustable rate mortgage, and you know, you can, there's different terms, and that'll help you significantly lower your rate. But if you find a house that you like, you can afford it, you have savings, you know, you're a responsible person, buy it now, and then it's very likely that next year rates will go down, or you know, and at that time you can refinance, or maybe it takes, you know, a year and a half or 2 years, and then at that point you can refinance. But right now you have the most negotiating power. You're gonna have the least amount of competition from other buyers because rates are lower, or because rates are higher. And so, you know, that takes out a lot of, you know, buyers. Now, when rates do come down at some point, you know, obviously I don't have a crystal ball. I'm hoping it's next year, but maybe it takes a little longer. Maybe it's faster. I don't know. But when that happens, you're going to have more buyers coming in, which is going to put, you know, more demand. So prices will go up, right? Which is fine if you want to wait. But if you can afford it now, buy it, and then refinance later. Now, if you're a seller, I always tell my sellers, make sure that you price your home correctly from the beginning. Don't try to price it too high and then say, okay, I'll lower it if no one buys it. Start competitively, get some professional photos, make sure you're working with a professional real estate agent, whether you're looking to sell or buy, and start, you know, if you're thinking about selling your home a year from now or 6 months, start now, you know, meet with someone, have a plan, because that'll make your experience a lot better, and it'll help you get top dollar for your home. If you found value in this video, hit that like button, and if you want to stay up to date with the market here in Byron, Minnesota, make sure that you subscribe. Thanks for watching.